Hey guys, Barbara here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. I'm going to show you how to make granola bars, and I promise you when you try this recipe it's going to come out right the very first time, okay? Because I've tried so many recipes over the past couple of months and they all failed miserably, but this one, you're going to love it. You're watching the Bear Pantry Show. Alright, don't worry guys, if I look too dolled up, I'm going to take my jacket off, pin my hair back. I just got back home from a funeral. One of Joe's friends passed away and we went to the services, but I was like embroiled in this before I left and I decided I wanted to finish this recipe for you guys, okay? So let me dive in. I'm going to be using old-fashioned oat flakes, but you can use the quick 1-minute oat flakes too, and the difference between them is this. One is larger than the other one, okay? So let me start off with 2.5 cups of the rolled oats or old-fashioned oats. To this, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. This is dark brown sugar. And just let me go ahead and get this well incorporated before I start adding my other stuff. So look at my little cutting board here. This is my medley. I have craisins and blueberries, raisins, peanuts, and walnuts. And this is how the bag comes with the craisins and the blueberry, okay? It comes together. I'm using the cutting board and the spatula that my sweet friend Leah gave me. Shout out to Leah. And just let me go ahead and toss everything in here and give this a stir. Now let me show you the wet ingredients. 1/3 cup of canola oil. And then to this, I'm adding 1/3 cup of honey. So let me get to the 2/3 mark. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract or vanilla essence, okay? So this is all it is. I'm going to use a 9x9 pan and I'm measuring because I always use the wrong size and mess up these bars. So let me line it with the parchment paper both directions. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add the wet to the dry. You can add about 1/2 cup to a cup of peanut butter or 1/2 cup to a cup of date paste also to this, and it'll make your bars hold together a little bit better. I just don't like peanut butter in my stuff. Let me show you how to make the date paste. Pitted dates, an 8-ounce bag, toss it in the Blendtec or the food processor with some water, and then voila, we have date paste, okay? Now let's get back to what we were doing. Let me preheat the oven to 325 and then toss everything right here in my pan. And then it's a matter of pressing, all right? So I even cleaned out the stuff that fell in between the crack. So I have my hands wet and I'm just pressing. And then I can also lay another sheet of parchment paper on the top and put another pan that can fit on the inside and just gonna press down really tight or tightly. And then it'll look like this. Just let me go ahead and put my finishing touches with my hands. And then now into the oven it goes. And all I have to do is set the timer for 30 minutes. You don't want it to go much longer than that because then it'll be burnt. So after it's done, allow it to cool completely in the pan. Don't mess with it, okay? You don't want it to fall apart. Take it out and then you can start cutting into it. If you find that it's falling apart too much for you, then go ahead and stick it in the refrigerator for about 1/2 hour and then you can cut into it a little bit better. Now, if you find out that it's still falling apart on you, next time when you make it again, use the peanut butter or the date paste, okay? Remember I told you guys at the opening that I tried a lot of recipes and they didn't come out quite right? Well, I have one that I tried that for me, it didn't come out right, but I think for you guys, you might like it. So I'm going to include it in this recipe right here so you can have 2 for the price of 1 today, okay? Let me show you what it looks like first of all. It's the uncooked kind. So let me tell you what I did. I started by toasting the oat flakes, 1.5 cups of oat flakes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for like 5 minutes. It's gonna smell really good when you do it. Don't keep it in there too long because it's gonna burn quickly, okay? Next I added 2 teaspoons of cocoa powder, and then I add 1 cup of date paste and 1/4 cup of honey, and then some nuts. These are some walnuts, and then some chocolate chips, see right here? And then I mix it all up with my hands like this, and I'm telling you it's a big fat mess, but keep your hands clean and your fingernails clean and you'll be fine. And then just go ahead and press it into the pan right here and make sure that it's all even Steven, and get your hands wet because that will help a whole lot with pressing. Stick it in the refrigerator for like an hour. Some recipes say 15 minutes. It was not ready in 15 minutes, I promise you. Take it out, cut it up, and here you have it. It's really tasty. I personally don't like it because I found out that I don't like the oat flakes when they're uncooked. You know, so the toasting is not cooked. The toasting did not cook it enough for me. But you guys might like it. And you can change it around by leaving out the cocoa powder. You can put different types of nuts. You can put like blueberries and craisins and all that stuff and jazz it up your own way. But the base will always stay the same with the oat flakes, the honey, and the date paste. And honestly, I think you can get away with putting a little bit more oat flakes to this, and it might be a little bit better for you, okay? Because this is just too wet for me. But you guys might like it. If you guys try it and you do a better job than I did with it, please come back and tell me how you did it, all right? Other than that, I like my first recipe a whole lot better, okay? I like the one that I showed you at the beginning, the cooked one. So I hope you guys try it. Thank you guys so much for spending the time to look at my show, because I know the videos take time. I try to keep them right at about 8 minutes, but sometimes they're a little bit longer. And also thank you so much for all the support that you've given me throughout this entire year. As you guys notice, it's Christmas season, and even though I'm showing you some sweet stuff, I'm also trying to show you some healthy stuff, because I want all of us to start the new year 2016 healthy, all right? Until I see you guys again, take care. Thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. Please check out my other channels, the Product Review channel, my family vlogs, and Joe's channel. You can find all the links in the description box below.